I really wonder how the story ends. Be a game developer and suddenly out of nowhere decide to call your fans bad people, humiliate them, and say that you will do absolutely nothing to do what they want. I wonder how that's gonna end. I really wonder how stories like this tend to end. Well, boys, we can be happy because another studio, not worth our time, not worth our money, that's most likely woke propaganda and garbage, is gonna most likely go under because, well, they deserve it. Let's be real.
You know, guys, can you imagine a world where studios do not attack their potential customers, a world where studios are not so narcissistic
A world like that, and I would be out of a job.
that they think that they could attack potential customers and still stay afloat, even if they've stayed afloat for a few years now?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I can't imagine that world either. Today, we're going to be talking about a studio that has a lot of history of controversy, and that studio is none other than Team Kill Media. This is a studio that is currently working on a game called Code Violet, a video game that apparently is going to be abandoning the PC platform because of...
Oh, yes, I know this one. Ew, the trailer was so good. I mean, I'll show you the most important part of the trailer. That is literally the whole game. And the gist of the matter is the devs are like, we don't like when evil gamers objectify us. Bro, what do you mean? You just objectified yourself. You literally did this. And now you're blaming me? Now you're blaming, oh, like, what's wrong with you? You literally did this, and you're like, oh no, this game is not gonna come to PC because gamers will mod and do bean things. I'm sorry, am I missing something? I'm sorry, what the hell? They just chose to be allergic to money. They literally just chose to be allergic for money, okay? Huh? Yeah? Yeah, they chose to be allergic for money. Why? I don't know. I don't know. But they could have had all the money. And they didn't.
reasons, which again, we're going to go over in this video. They are really stupid reasons. It's going to blow your mind. But Team Kill Media just had another controversy on social media where they decided to quote tweet Pirate Nation that simply showcased their trailer. And in this quote tweet, Pirate Nation says Code Violet new gameplay trailer. Code Violet will not be on PC because the developers do not want vulgar mods, hold our voice actresses with high regard, as well as our artistic vision. And what did he showcase? He showcased a picture from the trailer that showcases the character in a Gooner outfit, or at least that's what they would claim it is anyway. You know, I always questioned why they didn't want to release this game on PC, and in today's video, we're going to be breaking down every single reason why I believe this is to be the case.
Oh, boy.
We're going to go over the history of controversy that Team Kill Media has had in the present and also in the past, and we are also going to be going over Code Violet, their upcoming video game, and the comparisons that they make to one of my favorite video games of all time, which is Dino Crisis. Life a lot easier, but you really should be watching the whole video, otherwise, you know, you're gonna make me sad. You don't want to make me sad, do you?
Go video.
Nobody cares about you.
My parents are used to me making them sad, so, you know, point not taken.
You know what, on second thought, don't answer that. Let's go over their controversy. So Team Kill Media is known to have a lot of issues in the past. They seem to have a habit of blaming hardware for a lot of the problems with their video games, which is why a lot of people end up giving them so much crap. All the way back in mid-2023, Team Kill Media publicly framed the Xbox X in...
Well, what do you mean all the way back in 2020, mid-2023? That's a year and a half ago. That's not even a year and a half ago. What do you mean all the way back in 2023?
Its S version of Quantum Era, one of their video games, as taking longer than expected because the game was apparently made to be played around the PS5's extremely fast SSD, and claimed that the Xbox SSD is quite a bit slower, meaning they will have to change things quite a bit to...
Oh no, they attacked the Xbox fan base in 2023 when it still had fans. Oof, that's a mistake and a half.
compensate. Where does the controversy lie? Well, apparently it is regarding the technical claim versus the perceived marketing spin. Lots of developers talk about performance realities, but Team Kill framed landed like platform advocacy, which is basically, hey, we're PS5 designers first, rather than a neutral optimization talk fueling the console war arguments. And then there was skepticism around the entire premise of there being a problem with the particular SSD. Commentators questioned whether Quantum Error was truly doing anything so SSD dependent that Xbox would require major redesigns, since many cross-platform games ship without such a dramatic platform separation. And this skepticism is part of why the story kept circulating, as developers are attacking Xbox directly. Then obviously you have the canceling of the PS4 version of Quantum Error. So Team Kill publicly canceled the PS4 version of the game Quantum Error, arguing that there was no way they could reach the level of fidelity with the PS5 version, and that making it would require too much downgrading or changing of assets and lighting, plus the PS4's HDD memory differences would create a very different experience. Again, all of this fed into the same pattern that happened with the Xbox situation, which is basically, hey, we want you to buy our game on PS5. We don't really want to put the work to put this on other platforms. It's just too much work. So we're going to blame the hardware. When Quantum Error actually released, it came out to super low scores. Team Kill responded publicly.
Is this? I'm sorry. Is this video lag or what's happening? It shouldn't be. Like, well, am I the only one who feels a little bit of lag?
Saying they were proud and that they took the criticism as a compliment because they were being judged against AAA games despite being a small budget indie studio, and indicated that the backlash wouldn't change what they were doing. This does
look pretty decent though,
leading to the current controversy that we are dealing with, which is the no PC version for their upcoming video game Code Violet, because according to them, they didn't want to have any vulgar or pornographic mods being made of their characters for reasons. What's those
and the irony of that is, of course, that now they're gonna have it. They're gonna have it no matter what. My god.
Reasons? Well, they said the following. They said they would not release Code Violet on PC because they didn't want people modding vocal versions of their main characters and others, citing a supposed respect for the actors and the voice actresses and their artistic vision. Follow-up messaging emphasized being against pornographic mods specifically. This created an absolute shitstorm, and many PC players took to it as insinuating PC is uniquely the home of supposed degenerates and modders, ignoring the reality.
I mean, the fact that I only use PC and that's true for me doesn't mean it's true. It's true. It's true for everyone. Okay, PC is. Listen, what do you think? Do you think 40 artists are doing their shit on Xbox? Of course they're not.
Then mods exist across many ecosystems, that many modding is non-sexual and often value-adding. However, this whole apparent thing about protecting actors, the argument that the mods could tarnish the reputation of the performers, was debated heavily because modders routinely alter characters in ways unrelated to the actor, and the performance aren't generally held responsible for the third-party mods. One of the things I want to focus on in this video is this absolute ridiculous argument about wanting to not allow this game on PC because supposedly they didn't want their voice actresses or whatever being subjected to the Gooner mods. Why would can anybody explain to me? I'm having trouble understanding this. How the hell?
I'm having trouble understanding why anyone would be against Gooner mods. I'm pretty sure that's the best part of gaming.
Does the voice actress have anything to do with the model of the character? What does that have to do with anything, right? If the character ends up getting Gooner modded out, what the hell does that have to do with anything? That's only going to affect the game of the person who modded it. Just because it doesn't release on PC doesn't mean there isn't going to be some form of artwork, some form of mod, some form of something that's going to be made that these supposed developers are not going to end up seeing at some point. You know, I really don't think it's a really foolproof argument, and I have my theories as to why they actually said what they said, but let's continue. One more controversy that they had was that in 2025, early this year, Team Kill actually blamed piracy but the reason why Sun and Bones, their other video game, had poor sales and performance on PC.
Yes, they won piracy, of course.
And they even tried to say that PC isn't worth it. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, while everybody else is fighting to
Damn, these people seem very smart and not a single way that they should be.
the nail to release their game on Steam because they want to join one of the biggest, if not the biggest, digital platform in the world, and that's going just based off their user registrations compared to everybody else. You have apparently this team that doesn't want anything to do with PC. They want absolutely nothing to do with it. They claim that it's not worth it.
Yes. Let's just ignore PC. You know, the platform that literally has almost 70% of all gamers. Yes, by the way. We have I don't even know how many. I have literally no clue how many examples of companies saying it, of research being done, of statements that PC is 70% almost currently of the gamers in the world, and the rest can be shared between Xbox and PlayStation. Like that. They're doubling them. They're doubling both of them combined. And someone is like, oh, PC's actually bad for sales. The piracy. Well, piracy is actually making a huge comeback. Yar hard, because some garbage is not worth paying money for. But at the same time, no one's pirating your indie goddamn game day one. Relax, chief. Okay? Pirate Software's game didn't get pirated, and that deserved to.
I've never heard
It's a joke, YouTube.
anybody say that ever about Steam and the player base that is available to purchase their video game on Steam. I've never heard that ever, but that's besides the point. So here's why I ultimately think they're doing this. So if you guys didn't see the trailer, I will showcase snippets of the trailer in this video so that you guys can get an idea of exactly what I'm talking about. But looking at this trailer, you can clearly see that they have zero issues sexualizing the characters that they're supposedly trying to protect from the gooners, right? Every single one of these characters got all that ass hanging out. You know what I mean? Like every single one of
God damn, that's quality.
these characters got swimsuits on, some sort of booty shorts on. They're thoughted out to the moon. And so apparently you want everybody to believe that you're somehow protecting the voice actresses and the actors or whatever from the gooners when you're literally thoughting them out. You might as well start an OnlyFans with these characters.
Yeah, this is just like the dumbest controversy anyone could have ever started to make.
Models at this point. It doesn't make any sense. There is clearly some level of lie going on here, and they're gonna try to say, well, it's our artistic vision. No, I think you're full of shit. What it really is that you guys don't want to release it on Steam because you got felted, number one, when you released your game on Steam. What am I talking about? Well, let's look at their video game called Sun and Bone. If you look at Sun and Bone over on Steam, they released this game 14 months ago, and the highest concurrent player count that they ever released on Steam with was 4 players.
Wow, that is impressively low. Okay, so they make games, but they don't sell. Are they sponsored by someone? Are they a part of Microsoft? Like, what is happening? How do you make games that seemingly fail constantly? Because this is what it looks like. It sounds like these guys have been making just garbage after garbage.
4 players. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, contain your laughs. Do not laugh. Come on, be serious. 4 players was the highest they ever reached over on Steam. 14.
Hey, say what you will. That's 24% player attention right there. That's pretty decent.
Months ago, 4 players, and they only got 16 reviews, and half of them are negative. Half of 16 reviews are negative. There is 0 people playing this game right now. There was 1 person playing this game within the last 24 hours, and I guarantee you it's probably a developer. They released to 4 players, so they tried to blame piracy for the reason why this game flopped, when in actuality it was just a game that was not well received by anybody. So they end up abandoning the Steam platform because, number 1, they got embarrassed. Number 2, then the reason that I truly believe that they're abandoning this is because they're going to try to adhere to the console fan base, and they're hoping that they can make money on their own Gooner skins, which, by the way, they are selling as part of the deluxe edition. We got a post here from Vera Dark that says the following. So Team Kill Media said they wouldn't launch Code Violet on PC because they didn't want modders to over-sexualize their lead character with vulgar mods. I call out the fact that they were selling lingerie skins in their deluxe edition,
Absolutely based.
which has been removed, probably due to the damage control, plus the trailer is filled with bikini skins. Then they blocked me for calling out their BS. Great way to lose out on sales and damage your image. So again, guys,
No one's gonna buy this. It seems like this company is absolutely just experts at making games that fail. And, well, I'm assuming that their CEOs or developers or whoever is honestly some kind of activist or something like that, obviously. Otherwise, this doesn't make sense. Or they're a spiteful loser. There are only two options for this. And, I mean, one of them has to hit.
it's in my belief that they think that they can monetize their own slutty, thoughty skins instead of letting PC players do it themselves for free. So they're hoping that they can kind of just focus on the console platform, sell their products, sell their deluxe editions, and convince people that this is totally not going to be an asset flip video game like all their other video games. And they're hoping that for $50 at retail, that enough idiots buy it, looking at the Gooner skins, and then they score at least a break even. That's what I think is happening here. Otherwise, it doesn't make any sense that you're avoiding the PC platform due to supposed Gooner mods. Meanwhile, you have what looks like Gooner mods literally in your deluxe edition and in your video game in general. It makes zero sense. So now let's focus on the actual drama that's happening with Pirate Nation. So looking at this Pirate Nation post, they ended up quote tweeting Pirate Nation, and then they ended up deleting this post almost immediately.
Of course they
but
did.
luckily screenshots were scored on this post. So Team Kill Media responded to Pirate Nation and said the following: what is your point? Big difference between showing a character's female figure and the shape of their body versus pornographic or naked modifications to the character. We are against the vulgar pornographic mods. We are not against sexiness. And yes,
yes. You see, on the scale of things being vulgar, our vulgar is good, but yours is bad. I absolutely love when someone is this daft and this clueless and this rules for thee, but not for me. A classic.
we have great respect for our voice actors as well as our art. Something wrong with that? You know, one thing I realize is that Team Kill Media seems to be
Okay, we have great respect for our voice actors and art. This is why we sexualize them. But you can't because that's wrong. Consent. Man, they could have made money. This is the first game that they actually did that could have actually made maybe $15. But instead they decided, you know what, we're allergic to money. Let's make all of the negative dollars. Let's be Assassin's Creed Shadows, but first, let's be more hated than Nintendo. Yes, this seems like a great choice. Oh god, they are absolutely so cooked.
very aggressive in their responses anytime they go on social media. I don't know if it's because they're so used to getting attacked because of all the bullshit that they either say or they do in the past. But at this point, I mean, you guys really need a PR team, because you guys are out here talking as if you're taking this personal, like really personal, like someone fucked your mom or something. Like, I don't really know what's going on here, but I get it. Listen, it's their game, it's their baby, if you want to call it their baby, and they're gonna defend it. There's nothing wrong with that. I totally understand. So now they ended up posting this after deleting the initial post, and this is a longer post, so bear with me. It says the following: we have deleted the post that offended a certain group of very hateful people. Oh, here we go.
Oh boy, I love it.
Now we're
Every time someone attacks me like that, I just gain power. I just grow more powerful. I love it. Call me all of these evil words. Listen, at the end of the day, I'm Hitler's best guy. So it's all fine. That was a joke, YouTube. Don't take it too serious, okay?
now we're blaming hateful people for this. Okay, we don't typically delete our posts because we don't believe in cowering to the mob. We remain unaffected by the hate we have received over the years.
Our gooning is good, your gooning is bad. We do not cower against the mob, except, you know, the only time that we did it. Someone, this has to be rage bait. This has to be the world's best rage bait, honestly, at this point. Someone give this man a raise, because this has to be rage bait. This is the most rage bait ever.
Years. We invest our money and time into our games. Like us or hate us, we focus on the positive. Again, this is just this whole virtue signal that they're about to do right now. It's unbelievable considering it's them doing it, right? This is a studio that is known for very aggressive posts on social media, and they supposedly only focus on the positive. This is what they would have you believe. But anyway, it says, however, it has now become absolutely unacceptable. Certain individuals are attacking a talented professional that we had the honor of working with. We believe the vast majority of gamers respect Elena Weiss and want their games to have such talent.
So no one's probably doing this, and now they just threw out a random name out there. So what? People actually interact? Like, this does more damage than it resolves. But then again, these people are probably professional victims
To voice the characters that will enjoy playing as. Now, here's what I will say. If you are out there attacking the voice actress who had nothing to do with this, and that's pretty fucking stupid, I would not do that. Don't harass these people. There's nothing wrong with having the information and understanding what's going on with certain video games.
Yeah, I mean, don't do it. Admittedly, I think it's a lie. I think no one's actually doing this, because these people constantly lie. Anyway, that was Hypnotic 10 out of 10. Bye!